Yo, what's up, guys? I'm coming at you today with a clip that hits home for me and several other men out there who have been through divorce, and they know a lot of times between you and your wife, you try to work things out, but it's those outside that come speaking into their ear, and they listen because women are very impressionable in general, especially with women who have less than them, they tend to listen to. And in this case, we're talking about Tyrese and his ex-wife Samantha Lee, which I've covered a few different videos on them in reference to this and the whole divorce that's still dragging out. Even though he says it's his ex-wife, they're still going on with it. This has been going on since September 2020. Now she's trying to invalidate the prenup, which Tyrese has been very vocal within the past few months about this. She's hired 3 different law firms, basically on Instagram saying it's not about the money, but you signed a prenup. Now you're trying to crack the prenup and trying to get them to invalidate it. And what she says here is just crazy to me, and she admits it, and she's saying $20,000 a month in child support. Man, let's get into these clips. Let's go.
If I had different people in my ear at that time, I would not have made that decision. No, I wouldn't. And that's the truth. I try my very best at this point in my life to be what I didn't have in that moment. Because I think that women were like, I'm an extremely emotional person. People that know me know that about me. I'm the kind of person that, like, okay, I feel so strong, and I can ruminate. I can get so lost in my thoughts. I know a lot of women are like that. Like, we're a lot, not all of us, right? But some of us are. Just like a lot of men can be like that. But I know women specifically, I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to be done. I can't stand this. He don't do this. He don't do that. Blah, 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 blah. And we're just focusing on these things. And because you don't have a certain person in your life to check you and say, sis, what about this? What about this? What about these strengths? What about what he's not doing? What if, like, those types of things? That can get you thinking about the positive aspects of this person that you may not be thinking about when you're upset. You're only thinking about what you're mad about. Yeah. You're not thinking about all the other positive aspects of this person. And so in those moments, you need somebody to be the person for that person.
Yeah.
In those moments.
Now, ladies, you just need to be honest. If a woman talks to you or tries to check you, she's no longer considered your friend. Women like to hear women that are on their side and like to add fuel to the fire. They like people to fan it and basically keep you going. Yeah, girl, you didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't. This is why women never progress a lot of times, and women never feel like they do anything wrong. They just lack accountability when it comes to stuff. And this woman, she's no different. She said, if I had that type of person, even if you had them, you wouldn't want to listen to them. Because that's how women are. Women, I have to keep these certain individuals around me. 50 Cent, so many other people know about this word. You need more. You need to get more. Don't let him do this. Don't let him do that. He's too controlling and all this stuff. And then before you know it, a lot of times you either destroy your kids in the process, you destroy yourself, or you end up with nothing. And that's just the fact of the matter. And you looking at it now, and sometimes it takes till you later on in life and see the man moved on. He's doing better in life, moved on with another woman. And because you want to be so vindictive, it doesn't turn out too well. Well, she speaks on some more of this. Let's get into some more of these clips. Let's go.
Would you tell yourself to not actually divorce?
Not at that moment, no. Like at that moment, no, I would not. I would, if it was me talking to me in that moment, I'd be like, no, don't do this. Do you see how you're reacting to this? Like, you're so emotional. I can tell you don't have peace about this. Like, I know that this is not where you're supposed to be right now. Yeah. Like, you give it time, be more patient, like, wait till the dust settles. I definitely would have told me in that moment, no.
Got it.
Lawyers, court systems win in this. No, families don't win in divorce.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Lawyers win. They win. We families don't win. You don't win when a family is broken apart. I think Jay-Z said this. He's like, nobody wins when the family feuds.
Yeah.
Nobody wins. It's not a situation where somebody is a winner. But you basically, when you get lawyers involved, and there was a therapist that was speaking to both me and him, a marital therapist at the time, that when I told him my decision, he was like, you know, when you get lawyers involved, it gets ugly. He told me that. And, you know, I don't think I even realized how ugly it would get.
I had to call bull on that. You knew exactly how ugly it was going to get. For any woman to say, I don't know how ugly it's going to get, know exactly how ugly it's going to get. Your intention is for it to be ugly. I watched the lead attorney. He was on Corey Holcomb's 5150 show the other night. And he was just saying it's the attorney's job to cause friction and to not make this go easy, because the longer it's drawn out, the more they get paid, the more you get out of it. And women, because they're so emotional and not rational, they want to listen to the attorney and this is the enemy, this is the enemy, this is the enemy. And it's costing money at the end of the day. I don't want to listen. They sat down. I had no idea what was going to happen. Women, when they say that, it's so foolish. It's going down. It's going down. And 3 years later, you still haven't said, hey, Ty, let me just cancel this. Let's just go ahead and you just pay me X amount and we just move on. Why do we still have this going on? There's no incentive to get married. Not legally married. There's no incentive. But she said the family is destroyed in this process, including the kids that have to go through it, which I think she's going to talk about this here shortly. Let's get into it. Let's go.
It's affected me more, her not having her father like in the house like that. It's affected me more seeing her used to something I didn't want her to get used to. Didn't want her to get used to. You know, I was raised in a divorce home, and it was a high conflict divorce. And I didn't want that for her. So I think it's harder for me because I made the decision. You know, I made that decision. And gosh.
Take your time.
You know, at the end of the day, like, I don't think people understand, like, how, like, when you see a child, like, and she has a father, and I have a really great relationship with my dad. I have a great relationship with my stepdad. I have great relationships with the men in my life. And, you know, I always wanted for her to have that relationship, and she does. Her father loves her. You know, we've been able to go to like everything that's ever needed, like for her, like medically and things like that. If he needs to show up to, you know, a doctor's appointment, he'll go, things like that. But you know, it's hard. You know, it's a hard process to, you know, I would love for us to come to a place of peace for sure.
Let me tell you what I know, fellas, ladies. A woman's feelings trump everything. A woman's feelings supersede her children's feelings, the other man's feelings. She has to win in the situation. That's why they say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. She's going to go all out. It's like a Pyrrhic victory at the end of the day. That's what it's going to come to. A woman will destroy herself in the process as long as it hurts you. Women know this. Women instigate stuff with their girlfriends. It's crazy. So I don't like to listen to this. She came from a broken home. It doesn't matter. A woman cannot have a father in her life and still want that same thing for her kid. And she'll tell you, hey, well, I don't want my kid to grow up without a dad because I grew up without a dad. And then she'll get in court and do everything to keep you away from that child. Man, I'm done with this, man. I'm done talking. Y'all see, this whole thing was BS. A woman has the power to end it at any given time. He said she hired 3 different attorneys to try and crack the... Man, get out of here, man. The prenup? You signed a prenup, man. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Linktree to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Purchase all my books, merch, t-shirts. Helps to support the channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. With that being said, much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm out of here. Peace.